Guys, so I realized I haven't done one of these in a while, and that's not because I've run out of jobs. There's actually about 3 or 4 more, but this week I'm going to be focusing on the job that's currently relevant to me, and that's working in a craft store. So, yeah, again, this isn't the last one, even though this is my current job, but, well, one of them anyways. So, you know what? I gotta say, working at a craft store is great on one hand, because you can typically get great discounts on the supplies that you need, like the foam. I used to spend, $40, $50 on foam at Fabricland, but now I can just get a whole roll of it for $15 with a staff discount. So, score! I can also pick up things that I can dabble in new skills that I wouldn't have before because of the cost. So I've taken up interest in different modeling, like clay. I've bought some more expensive art supplies that I never would have done before, just so I can dabble in new techniques, like watercolors. I just bought a whole palette of them because I want to try it. I've gotten, what else did I get? I've gotten some baking stuff. I've gotten a lot of, as you can see behind me, the decor, the fountain, the succulents. I probably never would have picked them up because the cost was just a little higher than I wanted just to decorate a room. But, so that's really great on one hand. On the other hand, you get to talk to so many people who know skills that you don't currently possess, so you can learn quite a lot too from the customers. The downside is a lot of those customers are actually pretty snarky when you don't know everything that they know. There's also some other issues too. Like, I work in knitting primarily, and a lot of the older folks are like, "You don't know anything. I've been knitting since before you were born." And I'm like, "Great, fam. That's wonderful. So, what wool do you need?" They don't really take you seriously. And they always, we have some elderly managers, and they're just like, "I want to talk to them, because they're old like me." And I'm like, "Alright." And 2 of the managers don't actually know anything about knitting, so they're like, "Help! Help!" So, that's kind of that. Of course, there's downsides to working at every job, but generally, I really love working in the craft store, because you can meet so many people. Like, I don't scrapbook. I don't have the patience. I don't have the time. And you know what? I definitely don't have the finances to get started with it. But I meet so many people who are really into it and so invested. And that kind of passion rubs off on me, not for the same thing, but for my own craft. Like, this person loves doing this and it brings them joy. So that's what they do. So that's kind of what I've taken from it is, you know what? I love doing this, so I'm going to take their passion and run with it and apply it to my own skills and my own set of interests. And it's really driven me to kind of push myself. Like, I am by no means an artist. I am a crafter. Like, I can make clothes, I can make costumes. I can make things, but I can't draw, and I'm not beating myself down for it. It's just a skill I don't possess. But that passion to keep trying that other people are having, because they're like, "Yeah, I failed the first few times. Like, look at this." And I'm like, "Okay, you know what? I'm gonna keep trying." And actually, I've personally seen a lot of improvement the past year or 2 with all my art. And it's because I've kind of, on one hand, I've been able to invest more into and a lot of people say, "Oh, the tools don't matter." But honestly, if you're learning to draw and you get, Baby's First Copics, which are the no-name brand alcohol-based markers you can pretty much buy anywhere. Even just getting those, which are a step up from Crayola, can help you because you feel like these are the things that I can use. So when somebody says, "Oh, I'm a beginner, but I want to use, X," don't say no. If that's what they want to use, let them use it, because it'll drive that passion. It'll make them think, "Hey, I can compete now with the big dogs. I can do this." Because a lot of the time people are like, "I have this passion, but I don't have the skill, so I am using Rose Art crayons." And you're like, "No, yeah, I will buy you Crayola just so you don't." But it's not just about that. I know it's not about the tools, but it's about the mentality behind it. Because we get a lot of younger kids in who are like, I want this Prismacolor expensive $200 12 pencil set. We're like, no, but here's something else you can use until you get to that level. And even them just kind of finding something that isn't the baseline, cheapo stuff can really help them. And I think a lot of us should be encouraging those younger artists or the younger crafters or the younger people in our fandom to embrace their passion and not beat them down for using tools we don't think that they're ready to use. Because it's all about healthy mentality. So I know this kind of went a little bit off topic, but that's just kind of what I've taken away from working at a craft store. And I really don't want to focus on the negatives. Well, for one, because this is still my current job. And for two, all the negatives are just so petty. Like, you're gonna get shitty customers wherever you work. You're gonna get shitty coworkers wherever you work. It's not worth complaining about. So I'm just kind of taking away with it, what I've learned and what I've experienced over the past couple of years. Anyway, guys, have a wonderful day, and I will see you in a couple days.